Hello and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube. We're here with race 3 of our electric vehicle racing series. We're driving the Porsche Taycan turbos. We're going to be taking them around an Nordschleife. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Porsche Taycan is on pole and leads us away. Listen to those engines roar. Yeah. Okay, so this is just a single lap race. And gave me there with a good start. Safalicious looking good in third. These cars are quite difficult to master. Accelerating, fine. Turning, fine. But yeah, under brakes, they get a little bit weird. Everything gets very, very strange under braking. As you can see, everybody being caught out by this after just racing the Teslas, which are far more nippy than these. So yeah, they're taking turbo all about speed and acceleration. As soon as it comes to corners, well, the worst thing you want to be doing with these cars is racing them on the Nordschleife. So, you know, you're welcome. A little bit further back, we've got Kevin in fourth. Oh, Gaby gets pushed out wide there by Safalicious. He's not going to be pleased about that. Let's hope he can pull himself back. So Melton up in fourth. I'm not sure what happened to Kevman. He must have had a serious issue because he's gone down to 8th. There is Melty. Here comes Gaby in 4th. He's managed to hold on. Doing good. The car's getting a little bit of air there. Very scary. Oh, very difficult to slow these down. John Boy in 5th behind. Absolutely burying the side of the car. Speaking of burying, Gaby off into the sand. Almost getting collected by Zafra there in 5th. There's Mackie in 7th. Of course, Zafra did really, really well in race 2 in the Teslas. There's Tweetman down in 9th. Oh, and there's a very slow Grandpa in 10th. I struggled like crazy with this race. Safalicious somehow made it up into 1st, but I don't think that's going to last very long. Because here comes Famished, back into 1st. And Melty, where has Melty come from? He's just scything through the traffic. Melty, obviously somebody who does actually practice with these races. Unlike the rest of us. It's quite a long lap this, of course, which is why we've only got one lap on the board. Oh, Melty and Safalicious out too wide. John Boy out too wide. Are they going to lose out to Zafra? Or are they going to wall ride a bit? So John Boy and Safalicious definitely lost out there. Famish took the lead. That's Melty second. Zafra up into the podium position. Zafra doing really well in these EVs. They really seem to suit his driving style. And he is chasing down Melty now. This great battle we've got brewing just here. Let's hope this develops into an on-track battle and not who's going to crash first. The treatment's made up to 5th. Gaby holding on well in 6th. Great stuff there. But you can see how slow they're having to take these corners. They're really having to get the cars really, really stopped before they can turn them. And that really is a feature with this Taycan Turbo on Gran Turismo Sport. Melty out wide there. Zafra taking much tighter line, and John Boy is closing in behind them to make this a three-way battle. In fact, John Boy could be challenging Zafra soon. So let's keep our eyes firmly focused on this battle. Melty not really catching up with Famished the way perhaps he's caught up with everybody else and demolished them. Zafra right on his tail now. Zafra right in the pound seat. If he can get himself a bit of a slipstream, a bit of a chance here. But of course the Nordschleife are very, very thin, difficult to overtake them. Certainly both in a day when vehicles were very, very different the way they are now. Still such a massive challenge. Melty and Zafra doing a great job of keeping these cars pointing in the right direction. They've obviously got used to this braking issue now, although that could be case the commentator's curse, we shall see. Up ahead, Famished and Kuth is checking out. Don't think Melty's going to have much luck, but Melty's, Zafra and John Boy all off there, trying to carry too much speed, trying to keep up with the cars in front. So the biggest winner from that was John Boy. The biggest loser was Zafra, who dropped right off the back of They Hate Melty. So that leaves him free now to chase down Famished and Kuth. No more defending from They Hate Melty. These liveries look absolutely great. Everybody did really well for this because, of course, there's 4 different cars for this event, so that meant having to make 4 different liveries. So brilliant work by everybody. Some people had themes, some people had different livery for each race. Big penalty for Melty there. That's really helped Zafra, who's managed to pull away from John Boy again. Can Zafra keep it in a straight line? Can Tweetman catch up in 5th? Because Tweetman, of course, was challenging up at the sharp end of this field. And right now, he's struggling to keep up. If you look at the top right corner of the mini-map, you can see the cars are very spread out. So there's a real discrepancy on how people are being able to control these Porsche Taycans. But look at Melty. Even with that penalty, he's catching up with Famished. But is he able to get past and keep that lead with the penalty? Well, we don't know, but there's not a lot of lap left. Only 2 or 3 more minutes of racing, so it could be anybody still. Let's not count our chickens. Famish is off into the dirt. Melty's off into the dirt. Zafra's off into the dirt. Here comes John Boy, winning off a penalty apparently, and John Boy's right in the back of Zafra again. See Tweetman there lurking in the background. Oh, John Boy's car was very aggressive there, but he overdid it, and that's allowed Tweetman to sneak through. Melty there's had an off, so Melty goes down to 4th. Now we've got Zafra in 2nd. Tweetman suddenly in a podium position, and if Zafra keeps going off track like that, that's going to be Tweetman in 2nd. So all change at the front as the drivers struggle to slow these cars down. That's the 2nd carousel, so we're about to go into that long back straight, and this is where we're really going to see the slipstream effect be the most punishing for those at the front. I think Zafra could be in trouble here because Tweetman's going to have a great slipstream behind him. Melty's right back down in 5th now, John Boy in 4th. I don't think John Boy can get back onto Tweetman to get a slipstream on this section of track, which is going to be a shame for him. But is Tweetman now about to catch Zafra? There's only a couple of corners left before the end of the race. We've got John Boy, Melty and Zafra, just the group behind. But here, Famished and Uncouth looks like they're miles ahead. I don't think, unless anything absolutely terrible happens to Famished, there's going to be any chance of that win being taken away. But can Zafra defend the line? Just going to watch Famished. No, that's clean from Famished. That's absolutely fine. Oh, Zafra goes out wide. Zafra goes out very wide. Can Tweetman sneak through? Tweetman has stuck through. Oh no! Zafra barged his way back into 2nd. Brutally. John Boy 4th. Melty 5th. Saplicious 6th. Kevin Bottom 7th. I managed to get up to 8th. Here comes Mackie in the CompuWare car in 9th. One of the drivers was really struggling to get this car slowed down, and they were horrible to slow down, especially on this track. And on the Gaby Baby in 10th. So the big finale was in the Hyundai N, which is a concept electric vehicle. We're here at Le Mans with no chicane, some extra speed and extra slipstreaminess. Get ready. Got some lights from here, which is a shame. Gaby on pole, Mackie beside him, and we're away. And this is it. This is the big finale. Who is going to be our EV racing champion? We will find out in about 15 minutes. And it won't be me, because I just went too wide there into the gravel. Gaby's off, Mackie's off. So a few of us there still thinking we're driving the Porsches, and it's Kevman leading us away, but he got one of those random time penalties that you seem to get at Le Mans. And Melty is in the lead already. So this is a great spot for slipstreaming, which is why we took the chicane out, because we knew that it was going to be great for slipstream battles in this particular spot. Battle here for 4th, 5th and 6th looks very, very spicy. John Boy, Zafra and Gaby. Anybody going to be able to make use of this? Gaby having a look at Zafra, couldn't quite do anything with it. Famished is about to join the back of this pack. Kevman defending from Melty. Of course, when we come down to the end of this section of track, there is going to be a very, very sudden stop. And it's going to be very important to see who judges it correctly and who gets it horribly wrong. Melty looks a bit sideways. Oh, Melty and Kevman both got it horribly wrong. The Tweetman's off as well. Who got through? John Boy got through into the lead. Well done, John Boy. In that great futuristic looking livery. And then Gaby in second, doing really well. Zafra in third, Famished in fourth, Grandpa in fifth, Melty sixth, Kevin seventh, and Mackie eighth. So that corner they completely threw everybody. And oh, Gaby's out sideways. I think he got a nudge from somebody there. It might have been Zafra. Oh, still to be having a look at that. Or won't. I don't know. There is Zafra. He didn't get a penalty for taking a car off the track, so maybe that was clean overtake. I say maybe. But you know, one of those things, isn't it? It's a racing incident. So, Famished there in third, having a look at Zafra. Way too far back. Melty's all over the back of Famished. Somebody's off. Oh, there's a few people off. After the technical Taycan race at the Nordschleife, this track is really catching people out, but not John Boy, who was just checking out John Boy in a race of his own up at the front. Kevman doing really well in second, Tweetman behind him in third. And then that seems to be it for a while. There's a bit of a break behind Tweetman. How they're going to do it through the chicanes there. It looks like Tweetman's a little bit more hooked up there than Kevman. And Kevman complains in the past that he never seems to know where to brake at that point in the track. So, you know, it's one of those things. I think you get into a habit of not knowing where to brake, so you never know where to brake. It's crazy, but that's life. So at the end of the first lap, John Boy leads from Kevman, then Tweetman. And these three having their own race up at the front. Tweetman drifting around there. Kevman did make a mistake, and if Tweetman had been able to hook up his braking at that point, he probably could have got second. But that did not happen. So there we have that. Famished in fourth, Grandpa fifth, Melty sixth. So Melty's struggling here. We thought Melty would be much faster. Melty, of course, does F1 videos on his YouTube channel. You should go and check that out. So he's used to driving the high downforce cars. Unlike Grandpa, who's just disappeared off the leaderboard there after a terrible, terrible accident. Now we've got Tweetman. He's in the slipstream of Kevman's car. Is he going to make a play this lap? It's a long race. Does he want to give up that slipstream is the question. Does he want to work with Kevman to try and catch up with John Boy? Because John Boy really is showing some great form. Somebody in the background there, absolutely sideways, sending sparks everywhere. I'm not quite sure who that was. It may have been Mackie, who's currently last. I don't think it was. Maybe even Gaby. I don't know. With two times fixed on this battle, Tweetman is currently leading. They're trying to put penalties off. Oh, I think the two of them came together there. It looked like Kevman just lost in the braking. Gave Tweetman a nudge. The two of them are off. Bit of a racing incident. Kevman squirtles off. Tweetman now without the toe. Famished there, just got a little bit too wide. Allows Zafra through. Melty there, and oh, in the background, I think that was a sideways Grandpa again. It might not have been. It might have been a sideways Gaby. His cars do look good. There's some great liveries. Just you get a car sometimes that is an interesting shape, and it's such a great canvas for your creativity. There's Zafra in fourth, they are Melty fifth, Famished sixth, and they are having an absolute corker of battle at this point in the race. It looks like they're not going to catch up with the Tweetman and Kevman unless there's some sort of incident ahead, because they're tripping each other up. But they are putting on a good show. Thank you very much. 6-minute mark, so just under 10 minutes left. Everybody probably still trying to figure out where they want to be on the track. Famished doesn't want to be out there on the track. Famished wants to be on the black stuff. But do you want to give up that slipstream? by going to the head of the group? Well, Melty's decided to bolt. Let's see if he's able to get some distance between Zafra and Famished. So it looks like he's pulled out a little bit of an advantage there. Oh, but that's a penalty for him, penalty for Famished as well, and penalty for Zafra. So Le Mans, as always, just dishing out the penalties completely randomly. Zafra there, too late on the brakes, couldn't get the car rotated, and the three-way battle becomes a two-way battle. And it looks as though they catch up with Kevman, so Kevman's had an instant, or he's just not as fast as these two. Lots of ghosting going on as these people burn off their penalties. You hate to see it, but you know, it happens. So Famished Uncouth just losing touch with Melty, but Melty does have that penalty. I think Famished Uncouth burned the penalty off early so that they could get the slipstream back. Just in case Melty decided to lift and coast at the end of the straight to burn the penalty. But another penalty dished out for a track limit infringement. This track is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Can Melty get Kevman's slipstream at this distance? That's an important question at this time. It looks as though Zafra's high and dry on his own, so he can help nobody and he can be helped by nobody. That's a very unfortunate feeling. That it is a feeling of what do I do now? He's pulling him in a little bit. I don't know if he's going to catch up by the end of this straight. Oh, he is. Zafra has got the toe. He's got a double toe here. Can he just slingshot past the pair of them? He's going to try. Zafra moves to the inside, making it 3 wide into the braking zone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Famished could come out worse here. Indeed. Are they all going to stop? Oh, Melty's out very wide. Melty goes in. Oh, everybody just finds the barrier. Nobody wants to be the first to brake. And the net result is Treatment holds second and Famished takes third, and Famished just scoots off down the road as everybody else was building sandcastles. So we've got another battle here. We've got the Grandpa, the Kevman, and the They Hate Melty having a bit of a scrap, and behind Zafra might just pick up a little bit of a toe. Oh, caught the brakes there, and that's Zafra and a Melty into the barrier. Kevman braking too late and going into the dirt. So Zafra gets his 4th place back in that lean green machine. Absolute carnage. People are clearly struggling to deal with these vehicles. But somebody who's not struggling to deal with them is John Boy. Look at him go. He's just so serene in a race of his own. Tweetman as well secured that position. Obviously hoping that John Boy's going to make a mistake. Famished there, the back end of the car wiggling all over the place, just to show you how unstable these vehicles are, even though they're quite high downforce. Kevman in 5th all on his own. So everybody's really spreading out now. The Grandpa Mobile on its own, because They Hate Melty has found that he hates dirt, because he's just gone through it. Gaby catching up with Melty, he's doing really well. But a bit of a penalty going on there. Never mind, he seems to be trying to scrub it everywhere he can. And Mackie just not gelling with these cars at all. That's a shame, but if it helps Mackie, your car does look excellent. It's a great livery. It's been great to see a livery that has been constant across all 4 classes, and we've seen a nice evolution of that. We just passed the 10-minute mark, which means we've got about 5 minutes of racing left. Judging by the lap times, that's 2 more laps of racing, 1 more lap after this one. Can Tweetman catch John Boy? I don't think it's going to be likely. Oh, Famished is around, and over Zafra. But Zafra there just scoops up Famished's car with that low front end of the Hyundai. I've never seen that before. That was very different. But Famished down to 6th, and Zafra back into the podium positions. So great work there. That's you know, determination. You just hang on there, and you hope the person in front of you makes a mistake. Famished here without the toe. Grandpa tucking in behind Kevman. Is this going to be a move to pass? Is it going to be a bump draft? Wait and see. Oh, this is purple at the moment. Oh, that is a bump draft. Tried to get away there from Famished Uncouth, but Famished Uncouth with a double toe. So when it comes to that heavy braking zone, is this going to be Famished sitting in the toe? Is it going to be Famished going for the lunge? Will it be Kevman going for the lunge? We'll find out in this heavy braking zone. We're going to go 3 wide. I don't think we are. I think people may have learned better from that, but Famished there on to the dirty part of the track. That's not going to help with braking. Bit of lift and coast there to try to scrub some penalties off. And everybody very neat into there. Very neat, trying to get rid of those penalties in what is a very slow corner. Kevman unlucky to hold that 4th place with 2.4 seconds of penalty to scrub off. The Grand Palmobile there just backing off to scrub all the penalties off and getting another one in its place, so that's it. Famished up the inside of Kevman, is that going to stick? It is not. And I couldn't get alongside for this corner either, but Famished really on it, really trying to push past. With all this battling, They Hate Melty's caught up. This is about to become a 4-way train. So don't blink because you will miss it. Here comes Melty up the inside. Melty going for 6th, but that's going to put him on the outside for the next corner. Not where he wants to be. Oh dear, that is goodbye Famished, goodbye Grandpa. That is the end of that battle. Oh, goodbye Kevman. So Melty just breezes on past as everybody else crashes, and just saunters up to the back of Zafra's car there. That's quite incredible. So Melty, probably the luckiest person on the track in this race, although that wasn't particularly lucky. That was very nearly in the barrier. Come up to the end of the penultimate lap now, although the 2 lead cars are on the final lap. But who's going to get the last place on the podium? You see what the first 2 places are set. 3rd place is not. Will Famished stay in the background? Will Famished catch up? Melty's taking a very wide line. They're trying to carry as much speed as possible into this section. Oh, but that does unsettle the car. Melty drifting around. Thankfully, we didn't have tyre wear on in this race because that wouldn't have done the tyres any good there for Melty. Melty just trying to stay in that dirty air of Zafra's car. Just long enough to go into the Mulsanne straight. Oh, but is he going to get it done before the Mulsanne straight? That would be bad. Oh! Melty there touches the dirt as he brakes, sends the car sideways, somehow doesn't get a penalty for missing out that entire corner. In fact, I think Zafra got a penalty for him. Melty there must have some sort of penalty because he looks ghosted at the moment. Or maybe he's an auto drive, I don't know. But with that 1 second penalty, is this Melty's chance? Just wait for Zafra to burn that penalty off. Head through him. Take 3rd on the podium. We'll see. Without the chicane, this corner that we're coming up to now is absolutely brutal. Oh, speaking of brutal, that was unfortunately by Melty. And once again, somehow manages to avoid a penalty. He didn't even lose that much time, so Melty getting very, very lucky there. Famished Uncouth is coming up behind this pack. So this is not over by any stretch of imagination. Famished Uncouth, a very fast driver. So is it going to be Zafra with a 0.9 second penalty? Is it going to be They Hate Melty, who's something of a downforce car expert? Is it going to be Famished Uncouth, who's just coming up out of nowhere? We don't know who's getting that 3rd place. Oh, Melty, very opportunistic, and that is it. That has destroyed his chance of getting on the podium. Just overdid it. Got too excited. Oh, and again he goes off. This time with Kevman, the 2 of them going off together, and that has really bought a lot of time for Zafra and Famished Uncouth. And right now Zafra is in the pound seats, although Zafra's still going to clear off that penalty, and that could allow Famished Uncouth back into the slipstream. It's not entirely likely. At the front of the field though, John Boy comes off his penalty as he comes through the chicane for the final time to win the race. Here he comes, nice and slow. Mackie has already finished in 8th. Here goes Tweetman through in 2nd. So where's Zafra? Zafra is coming through the chicanes now in 3rd place. What a race he's run. He's really had to work for that 3rd place. And in the background there we have Famishon Kuth in 4th. Grandpa in 5th. Kevman coming home in 6th. And 7th slot will be Gaby Baby. But ultimately, over the 4 races, that's going to mean your EV racing champion is Tweetman. Yes, again, Tweetman has won something else. But that's okay. The real winner was the racing. I think we can all agree that we don't want to do any more EV racing anytime soon. I think Gaby's just given up there at that point. Chicane, what chicane? There's Mackie's car. I pity we didn't see more of Mackie's car because the livery was great. Here's your race winner, but of course the overall winner of the EV racing, Tweetman 277. Very well done. Thank you for joining us and watching these races. Hope you come back and watch more madness in the future. Link it to Discord. You put up with so much, and I give you so little. Until next time, be good to yourself, be good to those around you. Bye-bye for now.